Dalit. It's very beautiful. I got it today. V'yom HaMelech loHaman, HaKesav Nosan Loch. It says Haman. What I said was something you weren't here the other day. Yud Gimel, bottom line. Today's Yud Dalit. The Gemara says before that Ilmole, what was the Loshen? Igoros Rishonos, lo nisharu misonisem sorid. Lo, sorid. That if not for the first letters, they said, Kolish, Sorabeveso, so they already would have killed the Jews before the date. But since the first letter was such stupidity, they said, even the lowest guy is the balabait in this house. You got to tell us this. So they saw it just as the first letter. They can't take seriously. They can't take the second letter seriously. So it comes out what the Gemara said yesterday. HaKadosh Baruch Hu always gives refuah code l'maka, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the shkolim to offset the aseres kikri kesef. No. The shkolim, the mitzvah machzah shekel, was to offset the aseres kikri kesef, aseres elef kikri kesef of Haman, right? So I'm saying there was the same idea. There were the Goros Rishonos. That was to offset the Goros Achronos. Because the first ones were taken as such foolishness, they said, you know what, we can't take a chance. Just as the first one is nonsense, maybe the second one we can't take seriously. Because if they would have understood it was serious, they would have killed us way before. Before they would have killed. They wouldn't wait for the date. So when Haman said, I will give you Aseres, Alofim, Kikri Kesef, Vayom HaMelech, Loman HaKesef Nosoloch. The money is given to you. What do you mean the money is given to you? I mean, what? Right? I mean, what does this mean? What are they compared to? One had a mountain, the other one had a hole, a chritz, a furrow. Bal chritz, Oma, miiten litel zebedomim. He said, I'm willing to pay. Bal latel, Oma, miesh li chritz zebedomim. I have to get rid of it, to put it somewhere. Liyomim nizdav guzeitzel zed. He met these two people. Oma lo bal chritz, lo bal latel, mechor li tiloch. Sell me your mount. Oma le, tol osa bechinom, halavai. I just want to, so the same thing. He's willing, he says, you know, I'm willing to pay 10,000 just get rid of them. So that's HaKesef Nosan Loch. You want to give me? He says, you know something? I want to get rid of these guys. So the same sinah that Haman had, Achshverosh wasn't far behind. Yosar HaMelech Tabato, famous Gemara. Yosar HaMelech Tabato, Omre Baber Bakana, Gedol Asoras Tabas, Yosem Arbo Shmone Nevim, Arboim Shmone Nevim, Veshev Nevios. Shenisnabel Yisrael, Shekulam Lechzirom Nomutav, Vilasoras Tabas Achziroso Nomutav. Yeah. So Rashi says because there was kindness and there was tshuva because of the Asoras Tabas. Rashi Gozo Aleim was tiniest l'tshuva k'dichsiv tzom ubechi mispeit sak ve'ef yutzel rabbi. That was the result of the Asoras Tabas. So what the 48 Nevi'im and Nevi'os 70 couldn't they? No. No, it means we're talking about the Musar, the Musar that they gave. Mutab means became Bali Tshuva because there was all of them. Because there was never a Gzeira, Lashman, Larag, Labit. Yeah. Torah Bonan, Arbo Shmonim Nevim, Shev Nevius, Nesabalem Yisrael, Lo Pichsu, Lo Siru. Al Mashkos B'Torah. They never detracted or added to it. Chutz Mikra Megilah. Except Mikra Megilah. So Rashi says, what about Hanukkah? Rashi asks, Hanukkah, this was after the time of Nevi'im. There was no Nevuah. Hanukkah was halfway through Bayesheni. Purim, Chag Zechari Malachi was still there, right? We still had Nevi'im. So it says the Nevi'im, they never detracted or added to Torah except Mikra Megilah. Mikra Megilah they added. My Jerush, but how do you add? Right? You can't add unless there's some kind of remez in the Torah that you should. Omar B'chi Barov and Omar B'Yishub and Korcha. They made a Kal V'chomer. Kal V'chomer is one of Yud Gimel Midrash Torah in the treasures. Mami Abdus L'cheres Amru Shiro Amri Shiro Mimis L'chaim L'kolshkeim. Right? We said Shiro. We said Oshir. So what? So recounting the story of Purim. So here was from death to life. Definitely from bondage to freedom. You're alive even you were a slave. Here would have been all over. So with such Gal Chum, you say Hallel. Pesach say Hallel. Right, so when we say Hallel on Purim, we don't say Hallel on Purim. Lefishin Omrim Hallel Nesher B'chutz Loretz. A nest that took place in Chutz Loretz, we don't say Hallel. So where was it? Wait. So I'm the nest of Chutz Loretz. Heichi Amrinon Shiro. Kiritanya Achlo Nichnu Shalei Yisrael Loretz. Hochshur Kol Harotzes Lo Meshiro. That was pre-entry into Eretz Yisrael. So therefore we say Hallel for that. That's to commemorate that. Mishenichzu Yisrael Loretz Lo Hochshur Kol Harotzes Lo Meshiro. That's the reason why we don't say Hallel on Purim, for that reason. Wait. Rav Nachman says no. You know why we don't say Hallel on Purim? Kriyosu Alilo. The reading in Megillah, that's the equivalent of the Hallel. Because what's Hallel? Saying the Shevach. A person reads the Megillah and sees what happened. This is the Shevach. This is the praise. So I once said something interesting. There's a Maral. The Maral says on Purim, when something unusual happens, what do people say? Things happen. Vashti is killed. A Jew takes a place. It happens. But what happens if things continuously happen? Eventually, a picture forms. What happens? She enrages her husband. She's put to death. It happens to be a Jewess, becomes the queen. Okay, it happens. All of a sudden, the two gatekeepers, they're plotting to poison the king. It happens to be, and they speak another language nobody understands. Mordechai, who is a member of the Sanhedrin, who understands 70 languages, he overhears the conversation, and his niece happens to be Esther, so he can report it. These things happen. Then Haman wants to destroy the Jews. He goes to Achshverosh. That night he couldn't sleep. He asked for the what? For the Divrei Hayom, for the Chronicles. He starts asking Haman, what would you do for the person you want to honor? Give the greatest honor to. So he thought it was himself. It was because he found in the Chronicles Mordechai was never rewarded. These things happen. The timing was perfect. And he built the gallows. Everything fits in perfectly. Does it make sense? Clearly, this is the Yad Hashem. It's hidden, the famous question. Megillah is the only one of the Ksuvim that Shem Hashem is not mentioned. God's name is not mentioned. So that's why. So one of the answers they give, because it was already recorded in the annals of Persian history, that the Gemara said before. Remember, the Chazal said to her, she says, I want to be recorded, Ladoros. She says, but don't you hear? Yimatel kina beinu masolam. Because if we commemorate Purim, the Goyim, what are they going to say? See, the Jews are gloating over our destruction. She says it's already recorded. They already recorded it. So because it was recorded, if that's the case, it's a question of what? They'll disgrace the Shem Hashem. So because it was recorded, therefore they omitted the Shem Hashem. That's the reason why. The other reason given is because it was an Esnister. Because Hanochi has to ask, she was called Esther because everything was hidden. So to emphasize that point, that despite Hashem not being obvious, still the miracle came about. Okay? So therefore, Kriyosu Alila, but you can only, that's the reason why the Maral says, if you leave out even one word from the Megillah, you're not Yotzei. You have to read the story to get the picture. It's from the first word to the last word. You miss any part of it, you're not going to get it. You're not going to see it. So it's Kriyosu Alila for that reason. This is the Maral. Interesting.
Number of words in
Halash, it must be Halash Sholim. No, Halagod, which means not like we say on Sukkot. No. No, he means the Hal means Sholim. He means the Halal. Ligmor Sahalel. No, yeah, not, yeah. Rav Amar Bishlam Hosom. Rav says something else. You know why we don't say Halel? What do we say? Halu Hashem. Right? Halu Avdi Hashem. Right? Rav Amar Bishlam Hosom. Halu Avdi Hashem. Lo Avdi Par. We no longer Avdi Par. We Nigal. Alohoch Halu Avdi Hashem. Lo Avdi Achashverosh. Akati Avdi Achashverosh Anan. We're not only old Avdi Hashem. If we're Avdi Hashem to commemorate, that's fine. But we still have him. We may have gotten rid of Haman, but we're still under his rulership. Right? So Marsa asks a question now. So they give other reasons. The first answer that was given, because we don't say Hallel on a nest, Shira on a nest that took place Chutz Loretz. But according to them, Rav Nachman and Rav, they're saying we would, if not for these other reasons. We have a Bryce says we don't say Hallel on a nest that took place Chutz Loretz. Right here we answer that. Bein Rav Nachman Kasha. V'atanya v'nichnusu la'oretz l'huchshu kalarotz l'mashira. Tomorrow says came golu chazul echshirin arishon. Yeah. Once we were exiled, the first nichnusu la'oretz is meaning, like we said before, kedusha rishon kitchel shai v'lo kitchel osad level. It's like it's history. Once we're out, we're starting all new. We're starting over again. So it's already, so it's like we're lo nichnusu la'oretz. Because of these reasons, that's why we don't say halal. No, once they're out, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Over. 1 second. That's lokitcha. It's lokitcha. According to this, it's the lokitcha level. I was thinking, there's a famous Ran in Megillah. It says that if you have a walled city with Moshe Yeshua ben Nun, then you read the Megillah on the 15th. However, if not, that. But factually, someone says, what about Shushan? Shushan read it. It's not Moshe Yeshua ben Nun, right? It's Moshe Achashverosh. It was a walled city. It wasn't from Yeshua's time. Someone says Shushan shiny because that's where the nest took place. So even though it wasn't Yeshua ben Nun, that's the exception. But so the Ran asks, what does Yeshua ben Nun have to do with Purim? Right? Shushan has to do with Purim. So he says something. Yerushalmi asked the question. Yerushalmi explains. After Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonians finished with Eretz Yisrael. You know what Eretz Yisrael? It was ruins. They destroyed it. Nothing. Jews didn't want to go back. They didn't want to go back from Bavel. So what did they do? So after the Ness of Purim, the Jews had nostalgia. They wanted to get back to the original glory. It says that the Goyim were converting to be Jews. To be Jewish was like something very attractive. So they wanted to create a feeling of the old times. So therefore they said, Moshe Yeshua ben Nun, that was the glory. They wanted, even though it's true, even though right now the way it looks like it's disastrous, it's ruins, but to re-glorify it, like to create a nostalgia for the past, they say, no, this miracle we commemorate Moshe Yeshua ben Nun. As a result of that, the Jews will be attracted to go back to Eretz Yisrael. Because originally it says they didn't want to go back, right? This is the Levium. The Kohanim didn't go back. You know that. They didn't want to go back to Eretz Yisrael because they had it so good over there. They were married to non-Jews. Who knows what happened over there?
America.
Yeah. Yemach Shemam. Somewhere says, Besuleko. We said there were 48 male Nevi'im, 7 female Nevi'os, right? It says that's all they were. Vo'iko, Voksiv, V'yehi ish echod min Morsayim tzofim. Echod min Morsayim tzofim shenistabelem Yisrael. Right? 1 out of every 200 were actually prophets. So if 1 every 200 were prophets, what do you tell them? You 48 prophets and 7 Nevi'os. Somewhere says, Mia Tuvahavu. There were plenty more, many more Nevi'im. Keretanya, Harbin Nevi'im, Omdu Lem Yisrael, Kiflaim, Kiotzim Sraim. Hear this? There were 1,200,000 Nevi'im. Elo, Nevuah Shutzchil Doros, Nichter. When we say 48 and 7, these are the Nevuah that was written because this is all Musar. This has to do with Musar. Ledoros, Nichter. Lo, Shloutzchil Nichter. So Rashi says, a very important Rashi. Rega. No. It's the Nevuah. No, but the Nevuah was to be recorded. The Nevuah was this Nevuah must be recorded because it's needed for Doros. Right. Lilmo Tshuva or Horo. Why was it Doros? To learn from a Tshuva or Horo. Kol Hanach Memches Hutzchu. So now he goes. He lists who the 48 Nevi'im are. Very interesting. Uvaloch goes from Nuyin Masei Olam Avram Yitzchak Yaakov. Moshe Aaron Yeshua Pinchos, V'al Malach Hashem El Google El Abochim Ze Pinchos V'yavo Isho Elokim El Eli Zel Kono Eli Shmuel God Noson David Shlomo Ido Kore El Hamizbeach Beisel Micho Bem Yimale Bimeyacho Avadio, right? Avadio Anovi Achia Shiloni Deo Ben Hanani Meyaso Azariah Ben Oded Chazil Halevi Nemnei Masni, yeah. Eliezer ben Dodo, Risha, Kulam b'mei Yoshovat, b'divrei Hayomim, b'mei Yerovan ben Yoshia, Hoshea, Omos, okay, Hoshea and Omos, b'mei Yosa, Micho, Hamoroshisi, b'mei Amatzio, Almost Amatzio, almost Omar Lamatzio. Madua Dorashto Elohei Edom, Eliov Elisha Viona Ben Amitai, Yeshai B'mei Menashe, Yol, Nochum, Chavakuk, B'mei Yoshio, Tzfanyu Uriyo, Bikish Yorim, Yirmio, Begolo, Yecheskel, Daniel, Bishana Bezel de Yovesh, Baruch Ben Uriyo, Sariah Machasya, Chag Zachari Malachi, Mordechai. Yeah, Mordechai was a Navi. Balshan Beseda Olam, Bal Daniel. I see. Yes, of course. The Gemara says before Daf Gimel, it says Chag Zachari when Nevi'im. It says Daniel wasn't. Here we're listing Nevi. It says Val Daniel Amrin Leil Inu Nevi Iu Lo Navda. How do we reconcile? We say yes. Elo Apik Daniel. He says therefore you have to take out Daniel. Va'il Shemaya. Daniel wasn't a Navi. It was Shmaya, Shama the Rachav, Al Talu, Al Tilchumu, Achechem. Then he says, Shnaim lo yidati. He says, Rashi says, I only come up with 46. Two of them I don't know who the additional two he doesn't know. Okay, Rashi. There's a famous, there's a famous Rashash, that Rashi over there says that Daniel, his Nevu was not Ledoros. He was a Navi, but the Nevu was only had to pertain to him personally. So Navi was, when the Gemara says, E Navi, so Rashi says, Navi Fedoros. Who? Yimach Shemam. So, but it's all Zionism, right? That's Zionism. They can't tolerate Jews, period. Yeah, I'm saying Jews. He made it through a Govar Royos. He'll make it through the ISIS too. Yeah, that's right. Who knows? Doesn't mean. Yeah. Even Kevi Yosef is not so simple. I always said, if when they went and they destroyed Kevi Yosef, the Arabs, Yimach Shemam, do you think they're able to desecrate Yosef's kever? They can't. How could he do such a thing? It's probably not there. It could be maybe 1,000 feet away. But there, it's not there. Do you think they could do such a thing to Marsa Machpelah? No way. No way they couldn't go. Because there we know. Factually, the Ovsa Kadoshim are there. That's it. They say whatever the Arizal was Megaler, that's it. Like Kever Rochel, the Arizal said, that's the location. Reb Shimi Yochai, the Arizal identified that. Anything else, people say they found records, this and that. That's all it is, but it's not the same. Doesn't have the same. It's what it represents. So what do they do? They want to uproot as every zecher. This is Chosh Yerushalayim. One of the 5 tragedies that took place on Tisha B'Av. They plowed under Yerushalayim. They didn't want there to be a zecher of Jews. So what are you destroying the Kever Daniel? They don't want there to be any trace of history that a Jew was there. Okay. You're missing. Okay. Further. Rabbi Shmuel Nachmani Omar, Odom habo mishtei romos shetzo v'zu lezu. A person who came, we'll see. Odom habo mishtei romos shetzofo zu lezu. Yeah. Chonabar Omar, Rav Chona Omar, Odom habo mishnei Odom she'om dibru b'shalom. Somebody who comes from two people from Bnei Odom who stand b'ru b'shalom. Man niu Bnei Korach. The Bnei Korach lo mesu, right? 2 sons of Korach, the last moment they pulled out. They did tshuva. Tana b'shum Rabbeinu Mokum, the Shmuel Hanavi. He was main shnei atzofim. Tzofim is like, the heights. Rumishlo Tana b'shum Rabbeinu Mokum nisbatzlam v'gehenim v'om du olav. 7 nevios, man. Who are the 7 nevios? It is a little bit of a problem. Because seemingly it says, Rashi brings that Rachel and Leah were nevios. Right? They knew, because they knew there was, and so if that's here, they're not listed as nevios. Yeah. Some Shem nevios maniru Sora, Miriam, Devorah, Chano, Avigail, Hulda, Esther, Sora. Stop. Esther, Sora. What is it? Sora is a nevia. The chsiv Avi Milka, Avi Yisko. Right? It says over there that Horon was Avi Milk Avi Yisko. Yisko Zusora Lamadik Rishmos. Yisko Shesoch Sebruch HaKodesh. She was able to see, to gaze through her divine spirit. Shenemar when he drove out Yishmael. Right? She says, drive him out. Everybody gazed at her beauty. Miriam, the Chsivatikal Miriam, Hanevio Achos Aaron. Somewhere asked, Lo Achos Moshe? Omer Rav Nachman, Omer Rav, same Gemara Sota. Shoysim Isnabo, Kishi Achos Aaron. Because she said her first prophecy, Miriam was 6 years older than Moshe. That means she was 6 years old at this time. She was 6 years older than Moshe, Miriam. So she was 6 years, she was already a prophetess when she was 6 years old, before Moshe was born. She Achos Aaron, Vomeres, Asi the Imi Shetele, Ben Shis Israel. My mothers give birth to the Redeemer. Ubisho Shenolad Nismala Kulabai Skula Oro. Omar Aviv Noshka Rosha. So the moment he saw this new child, the whole house was illuminated. He kissed her on her forehead, on her head. Omar Labitin Skaimid Huosech. Kevon Shishlichu Lior Omar Aviv Tobcha Rosh. He tapped her on the head. Omar Labiti Hechen Huosech. What's going on? Hainu L'chsiva Tisatze V'Achosim Yirochel Lodas. Mayi Besof Divos. Is it going to come to fruition? It's not going to come to fruition. Devora D'chsiv Devora Isha Nevia Eishes Lapidos. Right? She was what does it mean? She was the wife. What is the lapid? Lapid is a torch, a flame. My Eishes Lapidos. Also Psilis Lamigdosh. She would make the wicks for the menorah in the Beis Hamikdash. No, she peeled potatoes for potato kugel for Shabbos. You know, a woman of her stature is busy making wicks. The Yosheves Tachas Tomer. She was under the palm tree. That's Tomer Devora. Maishno Tachas Tomer. Why should she pick the palm tree? There's other kinds of trees. Omrib Shimon Avshalom Mishum Yichud. Because Sarash says because the palm tree it's like on top. It's high up. You have to think, so therefore the branches don't come close to the ground. And she was a shafetis. She was a judge, Devora. So people would come with her. So if it would be enclosed, it'd be a question of yichud. Took the heart in the palm, right? The Jews of that generation, they were committed fully. Chana d'chsiv, to spell Chana v'tomer. All that's libi b'Hashem. Roma karni b'Hashem. What's Roma karni? She said keren. What's a keren? A keren is a horn. A pach is an earthenware jug. So we'll see in a moment. Whoever was anointed with a keren, his malchus is unceasing, continuous. Whoever was anointed with an earthenware jug, even though he's anointed to be king, his kingdom will come to an end. So that's what it says. Right? Roma karni v'lo Roma pachi. Dobru shlomish nimshchu bekeren nimshcha malchusan. Said the malchus continued. Shol v'yehu shnimshchu bepach lo nimshchu malchusan. And who anointed David? Who anointed Shol? That was Shmuel. Shmuel was the son of what? The son of Chana. So that's what he says. Roma karni b'Hashem. The Karen, thy son will anoint them. That will continue. And Kodesh Kashem Elokeinu, Gemara Brachos. It's and Kodesh Kashem Elokeinu ki ein biltecho. Omar Rav Yehuda Bar Menashe Al Tikri biltecho. Biltecho usually means without you. Ela levaloscha means to be consumed, to be worn out. Shlo Kamidus HaKadosh Baruch Midas Basav Edom. Midas Basav Edom Masei Yod Mevalan also. Right? A person goes, high executive, travels around the world. By the time he's 40, he looks like he's 80. Masei Yod Mevalan also. He has heartache from his employees. Okay? Marbe Nochos and Marbe Daiga. Avla HaKadosh Baruch Hu Mechala Masei Yodov. Right? He's not affected by us. Ain't Sur Kelokeinu. Literally means ain't Sur means there's no rock. Permanence. Ain't Sayr. There's no artisan like a Kodesh Baruch Hu. Odom Tzortzura Al Gabi Kosel. Person makes a mural right on a wall. Could you put innards in it? It's a form on the out. Avigail, where do you see Avigail is in the Viyah? Avigail was Ashes Novel, right? Novel was the one when David was pursued, he and his men were dying of hunger. So he sent a person and said, could you feed us? He said, something, you people, you could die. I'm not interested in you. So David wanted to kill Novel. He wanted to kill him. because David already was a king. So that kind of response, he's more b'malchus. The person who rebels at the king deserves. So David was about to kill him. And Abigail, her husband, got wind of it, so she preempted it. She got on a donkey. She was traveling to David to tell him not to do it. He'd be doing the wrong thing, as the Gemara will discuss now. V'hoya hi rocheves ala chamor v'yoredz b'seiser ahor. B'seiser of minohor mibayle. What do you mean? She was going from the concealed location of the hor. Omer Rava, you see what kind of smart woman she was, besides being in the Via. Omer Rav Shmuel aliski dam. Abomer hastorim. She came, she had a shaila of dam nida. She wanted David to rule on it, whether it was dam Torah, dam tomek. Now, the Mishnah says in nida that what's considered menstrual dam, blood, it's only 5 specific hues of red. But it's more says even Talmud Tanoim, the expertise was lost; it was forgotten. But therefore, you could imagine if it's the hue, it has to be. You could have to look at it in sunlight, at night, artificial light. You can't determine that. So she came at nighttime to show him the blood. Wait a second. What are you showing to me now? Don't you know at night you can't look at it? So Rashi says it. Yeah. Shenemar im asher lenovel ad ora boker. Shmamino Dabalayla Chimaran Dambalayla im Tommy Tor Halotzorch Lafkin Marism im Mehidomim Hatmein Beishahu. The 5 hues at night you can't make that discernment because you need natural light to be able to see it. Famous, there's a Pesach Tshuva. There's a very interesting Pesach Tshuva. Now the halacha is that a sfek will make it. If it's a double suffix, you make it. So the question is, the Pesach Tshuva brings, that's where we bring it from. Whenever you have something, you're not sure if it's, and let's say you lost the mareh. You lost it. So you lost the cloth that you checked with. So you have to go to Chumrah. You have to be machmir, because it may have been blood. So they ask, but it's a sfek. It may have been blood, it may have not been blood. And even if it was blood, who said it was one of those 5 colors? Even though we don't have the expertise, but it's a suffix. If you see it, suffix the rice l'chumra, right? But if you don't know, it may have not even been red. Period. It's a sveka, right? So the Pesach Tshuva, where he brings it from, maybe from the Tumim, he says, since we don't have expertise, red is definitely vadei tomei. That's it. No, that's not called a suffix because we don't have. Doesn't create a suffix. That's not. It is. The fact is that's not a suffix. Right. It's lack of knowledge. That's not called a suffix. Suffix means it has to be a real suffix. Right. That's called das shotim. It's referred to. You're a fool. You're an ignoramus. That's called a suffix. That's not a suffix. What? Right, so that's what Rashi says. The 5 shades. So he said, "What do you bring to me at nighttime?" There's no way to make that discernment unless that's by natural light. You know, that's no, because it may be another color. It may be green, blue, or white. No, that's exactly. That's why you have to look at it. It's let's say it's brown, or it's purple, right? The difference. That's why it has to be checked. But if it's red is definitely it's over. It's tummy. So, wait 1 second. So this whole thing, what she came, of course, that but it was a ploy. What was the ploy? So when he said that to her, he says, right? I mean, here you ruled you want to kill him. You're coming to kill my husband. That means you ruled at night.
Also, she came with the trick.
Yeah, she only went into this that he should realize it's not. Since night, he don't. Allah. So she said to him, Mori b'malchusu, lo tzorch l'medainik. This is a Mori Malchus. We don't have to go through the Sanhedrin process. It's blight, finished. Because he defied the king. Amar lo adayin shol kayim. Lo yotze tivech ba'olam. Since factually Shol was still alive, even though you're a king, so it's not known that you're a king. Therefore, it's not considered Mori b'malchus. He's still alive. He's still alive. Amar lo borach taimech ubruchat asher kilisoni hayom hazeh mibo bedomim. He says your understanding should be blessed. You should be blessed. You saved me from committing murder, from shedding blood, because he had no right to kill him. So the question is, domim tarti mashma. What did we build? Domim? Dam? Listen, El Lam Shegil Sloshoka. Accidentally, she uncovered. She was one of the most beautiful women ever lived. Abigail. She uncovered her thigh accidentally. V'holach L'ora Gimel Parsos. He was so overwhelmed by her beauty. He literally he was taken away. He was pushed back Gimel Parsos, 12 miles. Omar Lo Hashmili. Yeah, he was so taken he lost control. He wanted to have relations. She was Neshes Ish. Tzarchin. Omar Lo Lotil Izos Lefuka. Right? He says, I don't want to be the pitfall that there should be a claim against you. No, so Rashi says she wouldn't allow it. Yeah. Yeah. For his sake. Right. But I'm not going to allow this to happen. We'll see. Which means this tragedy is not going to happen with me. But it's Mashum Virzos, Michal Dikachriti. But it seems in the future there's going to be other problems in this area. Who's that? Maidu, Meister Basheva. Right? Umaskona Hochiavi. In fact, it happened. So how did she know she's in the Via? So she said to him, you know, your nefesh should be bound down. You want to be bound down the bond of life when you're not doing it. Finished. Kihavas miftarim, when she left him, and you know he agreed. Amar lo, v'heitiv Hashem ladoni v'zachart es hamosech. Remember me. You know what you mean? Remember me. Someday I'm going to be a widow. Remember me to take me then as a wife. Today I'm not available. Someday I will be available for you. Before she left him, her husband's still alive, but she knows it's just a question of time before her husband dies. No, no. He died in Magefa. Hashem took him. No, that not. The nevuah is because he knew that he'd fail again in this area with Bathsheba.
This is clear, Bathsheba. But I'm saying when she says, "Remember me," that I want to be a widow.
No, remember me. No. It's hope. If that should happen, keep me in mind. The Gemara says, "Amar Abnach Hainu Damri Inchi Itza Bahadi Shisa Pilcha, Bahadi Shusa Pilcha." That when she's dealing with her crocheting, she's already thinking about what's going to be. Rashi says, "Im sheisha medaberes hitova klomar." While she's thinking, she's doing something else. Meaning she's saying one thing, but she means something else. It's like there's an expression in Yiddish. Mester Zub meant the kneidlach or the lokshin. You eat the soup, but you mean you think about the kneidlach. Same thing. What? Okay, good. Okay, good. Ika de Amri, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, but he says the Marsha says that. Yeah. Marsha. Okay, Marsha. From Rashi, it's Mashvunat. Yeah. Okay. Ika de Amri. The Gemara says, Shovel Vosel Bar Avzo. He says, when a duck walks, right? Beinui mitaifig. A duck walks, its eyes protrude. What does that mean? That means it looks like it's looking one way, but the eyes are looking elsewhere. You know what I mean? She's saying one thing, but she means something else. Chulda. Wow. Yeah, she
Yeah, she wants to be, but she cannot.
She knew David was coming to kill her husband. Because she understood from the response that her husband had given David, he's coming to kill him. So she wanted to preempt him. This was only a ploy to explain to him not. First of all, David even as a king, he used to see Nida. He used to bring him blood. And all kinds of Tzimar Brachos. He says, no, even when he was the king, he did it. He says, am I in a chosid? All of the kings said this. My hands are dirty with blood, with the placenta and the afterbirth. With all the fluids to determine whether a woman is what she is, to permit it to her husband. No. David. Yeah. David was the leading Torah sage of his generation, David. Wait, he was just a king? David, when he would shoot an arrow, that one arrow went through 1,000 people, 1,000 an enemy. The same arrow kept going. You know, it was like guided with a computer, with a GPS. Yeah, it detected a heat seeker. You know, it just kept going. Vayelech Chizkiyo, then it says Chulda. Who's Chulda is also Neviah. The Chsiv Vayelech.
You know what? That's what I don't understand. This is one of the things I don't understand. Since you're all in Torah, David the Melech never became a Friday Rabbi Kalatsky. Possibly the budget who he was.
Yeah.
Yet he was the biggest general. He went to war and everything. So all this idea coming in, if I go to yeshiva, I'm not in the army. Where is coming from? That's what I want to understand.
No, because again, if you'd be that,
Wait.
what about Yeshua ben Nun? What about Moshe Rabbeinu?
Everybody was a warrior.
No, because we're there.
Everybody was a warrior.
Everything.
The greater of tzaddikim, the
No.
world, the biggest warrior in the world. Because it's and here we come with
It's no.
you go to yeshiva, you like
No,
it,
because
but
it's
bad.
Golus. No, because it's
No,
Golus.
no,
It's
no,
Golus.
let the Jews
No, it's
get
Golus. It's Golus. It's
What's
Golus.
that?
It's
They're
Golus.
Israel today, what's
No,
that?
no.
Everybody needs
We're not in Golus. What are you talking about?
No,
No, we don't. Cause we don't live in this man of the Malam and Ateva. These people, because of the dimension. No. These people, because the dimension of kedusha, going to war meant just going through the motions. That was it. Go through the motions, wipe them out.
You can imagine the Rosh Tama gives an order to Bachur Yeshiva, go for it all the way. They'll become themselves will be the best.
Yeah, but they will die.
Because
But
they
they'll
have
die. But
They
they'll
have
die.
the
There was a special shmira. No. Yeah, but no.
The biggest ones. No, I mean it's like all of a sudden we came that it's opposing each other. It's not we're going to war to take over Manhattan. We are protecting 100% Jews. And that is Israel. So it's
Put it this way. No, 100% mitzvahs, no question. If there would be nobody to go to the war, every yeshiva would have to go to war. If there wouldn't be soldiers in the front, every yeshiva would have an obligation to be trained to be on the front. Let's say there wouldn't be sufficient soldiers. There wouldn't be. Everybody have to go. There's no question everybody would have to go.
David went to war, he asked everybody to join.
No. The Gemara says in Kedushin not this way. Gemara says in the fourth parak Kedushin, you had to have a special pedigree. Unless your yichus was special, you weren't conscripted. Because you need schusim. Without the special... No, mechemes mitzvah. Mechemes mitzvah. Mechemes mitzvah. They were picked and they were checked out, and the yuchos had to be miyuchosim. If they weren't a miyuchos, you weren't eligible to go into his army. Because you needed all that schus. Because otherwise you cause others to be killed. The only people there, people who had that special worthiness that Hashem would protect him. Otherwise, you couldn't go to the army. You weren't accepted. That's the reason. Doesn't make a difference. No, it doesn't make a difference if you died. But factually, with all the casualties, it was miraculous. The victories were miraculous.
Today too.
The Gemara says, "Ein Botkim." It says that if you were part of if you were in David's army, you never had to check that person's yichus, his pedigree. You never had to check, because if he was conscripted, he's a miyuchos. If you weren't, that person's like a kohen. If he officiated, you don't have to check his yichus. Maybe his mother was a grusha, was a divorcee. Because if he officiated, ain't botkim min hamizbech l'malo. You don't, or ain't botkim min haduchen l'malo. A kohen a Levi who sang the songs who played the instruments, he does not be checked out. Maybe he's not a real Levi. He's the real thing. Otherwise, because to be there, you had to undergo all kinds of checking and research. Otherwise, you could have never made it there. You know something? You want the answer? You want the answer? The Gemara says. You want the answer? You want the answer? When you get this answer, you'll accept it, because the Gemara says Teiku. Tishbi yitarshi kushas yabayis. Tishbi is not far off. Tishbi is not far off. Tishbi is Eliyahu Navi. Eliyahu is knocking on the door. You know, yeah.
And to make the most leftiest and the all religious with everybody together, you never saw such a unity and an outcome of it.
Still?
War.
Yeah.
And what we with this
I said this is Rufukot Lamaka. Yeah, what I said? Yeah, what I said.
Even the Shabbat admits today. Out of the 36 tunnels that are coming through, we know about 15. You mean you could imagine what a massacre will be? It's all out coming from.
They could have thousands of coming through these tunnels.
You know the plan to cover Shoshana. The plan is the interrogation. They interrogate this guy. They interrogated the guy, the Hamas soldier, the guy.
150.
No, even the big one, the 26 big ones, which they kidnapped. They kidnapped the 26, they took them alive. The 150 was a schlepper.
Beforehand, you mean before?
Yeah, the one, not before, in the water, the big ones, and they interrogated them, that's why they found everything. They interrogated them on the spot. So they said that they had a plan. This Rosh Hashanah to come in, they came into 4 kibbutzim under the dining room. The last 6 feet, they didn't open. They had everything ready to come Rosh Hashanah, or the kibbutzim celebrate Rosh Hashanah big time, and the tunnel went all the way to the dining room, and to come up. And it's a massacre. Many kibbutzim, hundreds of people will be killed. It was Rosh Hashanah, this Rosh Hashanah. And the way they did it is the big tunnel went all the way 2 kilometers. In the last 200 meters, each tunnel had like 4 or 5 openings that if you catch one, the other thing can go. Very, very
Sophisticated.
And all this, so you can imagine, the nest, unbelievable. That's
100%.
Without these three,
All this has to be published to make it public knowledge for us to know.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's Nes Nister.
You see, from the unity came this war, and that God actually gave them this gift. Mashal sits in Qatar in a 5-star hotel. That Pharaoh only said, I don't want. With him saying want, Netanyahu will never give the order to go in. We'll never find it. I'm saying without. Actually, you see that's the other Hashem. That's the three, the unity. Because of that we went.
But even more.
Even when we went, Netanyahu was accepting the ceasefire. Hamas didn't accept before we went inside. And Baruch Hashem, that came like Pharaoh.
He didn't accept it. He didn't.
So he says, I don't want. Because he didn't want, we had no choice. We went in. Because we went in,
We found things.
we found things that will never even move. Even the Shabbat didn't know. So even the Shabbat has to admit that it's a big blow because they know about 15 of them, they never knew about 36. And I'm telling you,
More than probably.
of course, they're coming out of, from nowhere. All of a sudden, soldiers come in, and that's how they kill so many. The last 3 foods, it's nothing, it's dead. And all of a sudden, you can come in huge tunnels. So it's not meant for 1 or 2. And it was so sophisticated that already in the tunnel they have everything.
You saw pictures of it. It looks like the Lincoln Tunnel.
And you know what? They have everything. They have ammunition, they have handcuffs, they have drugs they want to kidnap, they want to make a big mess. Shalom, it will take you 20, 40, 50 people alive. You're going to release all of them in jail. It would be. It's Yad Hashem. It's a huge.
But you say the 3 boys, the bracha that came from that tragedy. It took 18 days to find them. They were right under our noses. HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't want them to be found. Does it make sense? And it's not because they buried them. They threw some stones and some dirt on them and some brush. How do you not find them? Hashem doesn't want you to find them because He wants the Achdus to continue. I'm just telling you. So you see clearly, Hashem wanted this Achdus before we need. They couldn't find the kids. It was right under their noses. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu understood, without that schus of the Achdus, Hashem couldn't allow this to take place. Yeah. You read in the paper, they say the Achdus is still continuing. The unity of Jews and Eretz Yisrael all over the world. Tefillah. Rav Steinman gave the order, every yeshiva, every kollel, every shul, they have to keep praying, saying Tillim, they can't waste time, they have to add to the learning, they have to accept Shabbos early, all for the schus, for the soldiers, everything else. But there's a group still protesting.
guys are walking with the Palestinians.
Here, yesterday my
Yeah.
daughter went here. So he sits with the Palestinians.
They're crazy.
So the crazy, we're not talking the 100 here, 100 there. We're talking about the majority. But the leftists are embracing the Mitachalim and everything for these three kids. The unity that
These kids must have special neshamas.
they're sitting up there. It's like
The Kiddush Hashem that came out of this, it's unbelievable. Huh.
and the saving of lives that's coming about.
Sure.
And you know what? Never in history we had such a support in the whole world.
But you want to know something? What Lapid took away from the Kolim, the loss of tourism alone, besides the cost of the war and people not working, it's pennies compared. Like Rav Steinman said when they started a cut, he says, I'm not worried about Torah. We have a gap. Continue. He says, I'm worried about the Medina. The Medina has to have a schut. The schut is Torah. And if they participate in supporting it, they have a schut. They cut it off, they don't have the schut. He's talking about the government. Lapid, all these people cutting, supporting. I mean, they cut off all these families. That's what he said.
Just told me that 3 o'clock. Now it's 3 o'clock. Netanyahu pushed for 1:30 the meeting to 3 o'clock because he wanted to bring in the ceasefire for the book. And all the major ministers are against. So let's finish it. And he's the only one who wants to push. So he saw that he doesn't have the votes and pushed it to 3 o'clock. So he convinced them. So, more and more pressure. He's scared he's not leaving. And he's still waiting to come in. S.S. Yalon said, just give him already the Nobel Prize, leave us alone. Give it to him, let us leave, But he's so preoccupied.
Yeah, with his legacy, he has to.
Because his boss got it already day one, so he wants, he's so crazy. He has money, he has everything. What he needs,
He's the covered. What did Onassis need? He needed Kennedy's wife. That's what he needed.
So Hashem, I hope.
We should be zocher. We should be zocher. Let's talk about Chulda. Chulda Neviah. Okay? The Gemara says Chulda, that a woman, she was called Chulda because a Chulda, when it bites, once it puts its teeth, you don't take it out. Okay, Chulda. The Chsev Vayelech L'Kyo HaKohen, hear this? Vayelech L'Kyo HaKohen V'Achikam V'Achbor. They went to Chulda. Gemara says, B'mokum D'Koy Yirmiyah Hechi Misnabyu Hi. I mean, how did she have the chutzpah? Yirmiyah was a Novi. He was bigger than she was. How does she have a right to offer a prophecy if Yirmiyah is there? Ami Bei Rav, Mishmei de Rav, Chulda Krovas Yirmiyah Yisa. Hear this? She was his relative.
So you mean if there is a Navi was Makbil or somebody else?
No, it was his region. How did she come into his territory? Because I was bothered. A Navi is not permitted to be Kovish Nevuah. So a Navi gets in Nevuah, he's not permitted to suppress it. You have to give it over. So what's the question? If Yirmiyah is there, how did she prophesize? Right? So it could be the Gemara means to say, why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu give her the prophecy? If you have Yirmiyah, evidently it's a prophet. The answer is since he was a Makbid, therefore she had the schus that she could be the tzino, she could be the conduit for the Nevuah. No, he said it was okay because it was his relative. He didn't mind. So the question is, what about it? You go to the greater prophet. What are you going to her? Omri ve'rav shilo mimnei sha'anoshim rachmoni yisein. Yeah, this. So the question is, therefore what? But Nevuah is Nevuah. Nevuah is. But Gemara says that the signal. It says although all the Nevi'im they prophesy the name of Hashem, but the way they say it's based on their persona. Rabbi Yochanan Yirmiyah lo have hosam. Yirmiyah was out of town. Yeah, was out of town. Sheholach lachzeh shesh shvotim. How do you know that he succeeded? He did bring back. It's the whole discussion in Sanhedrin. T'chsiv ki amocher ala memkar lo yoshuv. Efshe yovel botel v'novi misnabe olav shivatel. Right? Elamam shirmiyah herziran. What is one thing after another? So Rashi, yeah. V'shgol aseh shvotim yibechizkiyo shnem el chol yoshveho. So when do you have Yovel? When all Jews are there. So how's he talking about Yovel will come to an end? It already came to an end. The answer is no. It was reinstated because he brought them back. B'zman shekol Yishvel olev, lo b'zman shegolu b'mitzos, and nimtzim shegolu shevet Ruvim v'god chasi shevet Menashe, kvar botlu hayov zis cheskel elam shimi yerziron bo seshona shenimtza sefer v'shnas shmona esrei liyoshio shesholach al divrei sefer eitzel chulda lo hoyu shamiri. He was out of town. V'chozru limnos zeyovel speakol limnos elo shmitos acharav bayis. But what happened? They counted. They never reached the 50th year. That's what he says. Ultimately, it's going to be bottled. But it was in the process. It was evolving. Okay, good. Rega, 1 second. ויהושע בן עומד מולך עליהם דכסיב ויאמר מועד ציון הלוז אשר אני רואה ויאמרו אלה לבן שיעיר הקבר איש אלוקים שבא מיהודה ויקרס הדבור מאלה אשר עשיסו על המזבח בית אל חימתיו של יהושע על המזבח בית אל אלו מלמד שיהושע מולך עליהם. Okay, he was the king, Rashi. ויהושע כסיב ויוסו ובייס בית אל ושרף עצמוס הקומרים בית אל על המזבח שעושה ירובם מטיבו בית אל Hello, Malchi Yisrael Oyer, Sheisham Hemid Yerovam Es Egel. Okay. Elo Melamed Sheisham Meld Vachlim. Reb Nachman Mihocha Gam Yehuda Shos Kotzir Loch Vishuvi Shvus Ami. Okay, Esther. Hadn't we Esther was in the Vio? Dechsiv V'Hibi Yom HaShlishi V'Atilbash Esther Malchus. It says she wore Malchus. What do you mean Malchus? She wore Big Day Malchus. You have royal vestments. Big day Malchus V'Omi. She loves your Ruach HaKodesh. She loves your Ruach HaKodesh. Ksiv Hochvat V'Atilbash. Ksiv Hosem Ruach Lovshes Amoshai. Right? I mean, he was overcome with a spirit of Nevuah. Omer Avnach Lo Yo Yeriso L'Nashi. Hear this. Lo Yo Yeriso L'Nashi. He says, covet. It's not good to give covet to women. Why? Tarti Noshi Yehirin Havyan. V'Sanyin Shmayo. 2 women, they were, Rashi says, where is it? Lo noach hashivus l'noshim. Giving women status is not good for them. Why? Because the 2 women who had it, the names project something negative. Chadoshmo, Ziburta. One her name was Ziburta. Ziburta means a bee. A bee, you get stung. V'chadoshmo Karkushta. And the other one's name was Achulda. Karkushta is Achulda. Ziburta ksiv, ba. Vatishlach vatikra leborok. She called when they wanted to go to the Milchama. It says Dvorah called Borok, right? What do you mean you call him? What Borok is an ordinary person? You should go to him. What do you get? Come over here, you know, right? Lo azl gabeg. The answer is she felt she was somebody. Rather than humbling herself, kakushta tchsiba omra liish v'lo omra imru lamel. She says go tell the ish. She say imru lamelech. The answer is. They get carried away with it. You know something? Lahavdol, elfdolis. I mean, what do you know? You give a woman power, you better stay away. You know? Okay? It's Pashut. Why? Because what is a woman's role? A woman's role in life is supposed to be a secondary role. Correct? Eza Kenegdo. So what about if you make her, she's the head honcho? She's not functioning the way she's supposed to function. Yeah. Yeah. Now you know why there's Nizal Subash Isha Simlas Gever. She wears the pants. She wears the pants. Forget about it. Exactly. Omer Rav Nachman Chulda Rega Gimel Beis Chulda Hanevia Mibnei Borav Shel Yoshua. She was a descendant of Yoshua. Ksiv Hocho Ben Charchum Uksifosem Bitimno Cheres. Charchas. Okay? Yeah. Rega. Ben Charchum, Vavagav the Krosh al Bailo Komasid, Mir B'Masei Ksiv. It was her husband. Okay? Eser Raveno Sabado Rav Nachman Shmon Nevim, Vein Kohanim Yotzim L'Rochav Azona, Ve'ele Nerio, Borach Seroyo. Yeah, these are her descendants. 8 Nevim descended from Rochav Azona. Ve'elohe Neria, Boruch, Sriya, Machasya, Yirmio, Chilkio, Chanamel, V'Sholom. Rebuta Omer Af Chulda. Hanevia b'nei shel roch v'azona hoiso. Zvocha ben tikva uchsivhosom es tikva schut hashoni. Right? Omalo eino omalo. No, sure. Roch v'azona. Of course. Omalo eino sabo v'amrilo pasyu uchmo minum noch tistayim shmaitzo. The Gairo v'nosi Yoshua. She converted. Yeah.
Huh?
Rachel married Yoshua.
Yeah, no.
Yoshua married Rachel. So therefore she's from both. She's from Rachel and she's from Yoshua.
Amalo eno sabo eni uminoch testaim shmaitzo klomer al yodi val yodoch tesparish amito shel dover hov hohi. She's both Yeshua ben Yeshua, but yeah. Yeah. Rega, Omale Eino Sabo. Varmilo Pasi Uchma. Even though Pasi Uchma is a very derogatory term. Eino Sabo. What's the term Eino Sabo? The eye of what? Eino Sabo. Pasi Uchma means you black fool. That's what Pasi Uchma means. You know? It's like a pejorative way of asking this question. Between the two of us, we'll figure it out. Shmaitzer. The Garvinos. Yeshua finishes. She's from Rochav that. How does he explain Pasi Uchma? No, because the Gemara says somewhere else, something like it. No, we'll explain the truthfulness of what it is. How does she come from both? If she's a Rochav, how does she come from Yeshua? The answer is he married her. Finished. No, but somewhere as Pasi and Uchim means Pesi. Means you black fool. It's like somebody asks a question. I understand. It's like sometimes the Gemara. What? Yeah. So we have Zara the Yeshua. Nun beno Yeshua beno bnei lo havi lo lei. He only had daughters. We had the Gemara before because he went to war. And people couldn't engage in Tashmish Amito because they were at war. So therefore, that's the reason why he was punished. He never had sons. Yeshua ben Nun never had sons.
Because he caused people to...
They couldn't be with their wives. They had him on the front. So the man he was punished, he never had Tosfos brings Yerushalmi.
He cannot have sons.
He didn't have sons. He only had daughters. Right? Nun beno, Yeshua beno. As Shevet Ephraim Yachzeh Kosov ad Yeshua, Yeshua lamato lo yichasish. There's no mention of men. So here we're mentioning men. V'oksiv nun beno Yeshua beno b'niul havilei banto and havilei. Right? He didn't have sons, but he had daughters. Bishlomo inu mifarshi. Ela v'saymin nolan. Okay, that's it.